Hi Pisces, here's a general look at your solar chart for March 2013, and may I wish you a happy birthday if you haven't had your birthday already. There's a lot going on in just one area of your solar chart this month. It's a powerful time for you with the sun in your sign. It's a great time of the year for taking stock, reviewing how well you've danced the dance of life over the last 11-12 months, and the way should generally be clearer for you to be a bit self-indulgent, to focus more on you and do things for yourself, or do things that you know you need to be doing for yourself, which might not be directly for you. They might be indirectly, if you see what I mean. You being the sign of higher service, that's what I'm trying to say. So if there are some things that will make your life easier and more comfortable that you can do for others, then that's what I'm trying to say. So this is the time of the year to do that. And you've got lovely Venus in your sign, the planet of love, material success, physical balance. She's there until the 22nd, and so you should be feeling a little bit more self-indulgent, as I say, and you do have permission for retail therapy. It is the time now for you to go out and do that for yourself, but also there could be goodies in the pipeline, treats in the pipeline, and you feeling sociable, you wanting to meet the world with more of that sparkly smile. This can boost relationships and offer you more opportunities to mix and mingle. And with Venus here, she rules the arts, of course, as well as beauty of all kinds, beauty in nature. So Venus here will sort of sprinkle a little bit of fairy dust in your kind of auric field, and you will come across as more appealing, more attractive, and you can be very persuasive during this time here. And that can boost things in your personal life, but also in your professional life if they need to be boosted. And it's not all easy peasy with Venus. I mean, yes, of course, there's always a catch, isn't there? Because she does rule money and also other resources, and so therefore it might mean that you've got to work hard to balance things related to that, and just make sure that this pathway that she opens to abundance isn't flowing right past you, you know, and taking some of your stuff with it and away. Set an intention that that flow of abundance is coming towards you and steering in the direction that you would like. After all, it is your time of the year, Pisces. You've also got Mars in your sign. Mars has been there since early February. Mercury is there as well since just after the beginning of February. So you've got an awful lot of activity in your sign at the moment. Mars's presence means that you need to be decisive, you need to be a little bit more assertive, you get clearer about the situation, about what's going on, things that were maybe hanging fire before, that weren't clear, that were a bit confusing or confused, now is clearer, and you get the ball rolling, or in fact the ball is already rolling, and you've just got to keep up. Because whether you're in the mood or not, you do have to take action now. There can be more hustle and bustle around you too. So Mars is lots of things, but basically Mars, it can be about initiating new beginnings, whether that's you channeling through the Mars energy and doing it yourself, or whether that's just, you know, spontaneous combustion going on all around you. But you do have permission now to know what you want, initiate things. You have permission to be more dynamic and proactive and physically active actually as well, and get on with doing what you need to be doing for yourself, whether that's directly or indirectly. And some of you, of course, could be taking up a new diet or health exercise regime. It is the beginning of the year still, you just might be in situations which demand more decisiveness and leadership from you, and maybe you're just putting your foot down. But be aware that Mars can run you ragged, and you can, your vitality can get sapped. You can spread yourself too thin, and so just be careful about that and don't overstretch your energies, and watch your step as you go forwards. Be careful with that foot you're putting down. And then from the 12th, Mars moves and demands that you put more effort and activity and decision into getting organized to do with your basic material support systems. Whatever that means to you, money, property, possessions, equipment. I suppose that might be possessions as well, but roof over the head, food on the table, things going on outside in the garden maybe, or the plant pots on the windowsill, any other bit of territory that you have. So you need to look after it. You need to, if it's ongoing, put more TLC into it, get more active and dynamic there with that, get more motivated with anything around diet, health, exercise, well-being, your own or somebody else's. Maybe not motivated isn't the word, but just more decisive. Maybe motivating others, it could be like that. Also, Mars in this area here means that you should be more assertive and confident about your own talents, your own abilities, your own skills. You could be striving to get your hands on certain stuff, or you could be striving to ditch certain stuff, so down the dump, or just being very practical and resourceful with the stuff that you have. Venus is going to be in there from the 22nd, so from there on in you could be really enjoying certain aspects of what you have in your life. It can be the what you have or the who you have in your life, the place that you have in your life, the work that you have in your life. Whatever it's about, Venus coming in there from the 22nd will probably put a smile on your face about something. And of course Venus, she rules the art, she rules love as well. So anything on that aesthetic side you could be very much more appreciating, and on the romantic side, or anybody that you are care for, who is close to you. It doesn't have to be particularly romantic. So Venus there means that you can do well if you play your cards right and set your intention to manifest some abundance, because she is very good at delivering on that level there. Venus in that house from the 22nd can help you to get organized on basic stuff levels, and maybe acquire some more lovely stuff, whether it's basic or not. Maybe it just brings pleasure to you and is in some way feeding your soul in some way. And Venus tends to balance things, so if you're in a negotiation type situation, you probably could get yourself a bargain. So now Mercury is going to stay in the same place, stay in your sign actually until mid-April. So probably all this time that Mercury is there, that's last month and this month and until mid-April, you will be there'll be lots of lists in your head probably, and you'll be busier mentally. There might be more paperwork, there might be more demand on you socially, there could be more coming and going, short distance travel, and your ability to be articulate, express your thoughts and intentions. You should be developing that area there. And Mercury is going to stay until mid-April. It could be about developing your writing, or developing on the level of another medium of self-expression. Just to mention that on the 23rd, 24th, Mars is going to go over a sort of a bump with Uranus, and that could bring surprises. That could have you on the edge of your seat. that could bring a change of some kind, which is not planned, which is, you know, something, you may just get ambushed by something there, or you yourself might just be feeling kind of restless and want to do something different. So it can work in various ways. So just watch out for that. Also at the end of the month, 29th, 30th, 31st, there's a series of little aspects with Sun and Venus. So things might be starting to line up differently in a relationship. There could be a sort of a sudden insight or a sudden change. It's not got to be anything negative, but it can, you can feel it. It can touch you. So that can also be a good thing, but it's as though maybe there's a part of you that wants it to go back the way it was. Maybe it could be a little bit like that. So just be aware of that. It's a fleeting aspect. It could be to do with a money situation as well, and again, you just have to sort of keep the control, but not too much control. So keep a light control over things and over your feelings. And that is on the last 3 days of the month, and worth a mention, I thought. Now, every month I speak about the slower moving outer planets, and this month I'll say which part of your sign they're going to be affecting. Jupiter is in your home area, at the root of your chart, and it's been there since June. It'll carry on being there until next June. So this can mean it's expansion related to where you live or your place on the map, or maybe it's to do with you accessing a place that you prefer on the map. Maybe this is you expanding a space inside, outside. Maybe there's more people coming toing and froing through your space. So it can be working in lots of ways, but whatever way it is working, this expansion at the root of your life, you will be learning from it. You will be gathering knowledge and experience from it, and it's all experience really. But this particular area is where the focus is now, and you could start feeling more stability and balance emotionally as well with Jupiter here. And you Pisceans born between the 20th of February and the 3rd of March, or with 7 to 13 degrees rising, are going to feel this energy the most this month. Saturn is for another 2 years in a fellow water sign, so actually is in a very useful angle to your sun sign, supporting you building structures, building whatever it is that you want to take root and grow in your life on a sort of on the level of really challenging, feeling as though you're challenged in this area, but also glad to see that the construction that you wished for, you hoped for through all your hard work is coming to fruition. So you're building here with Saturn, and in this area of literature, maybe higher education, travel, those from different cultures, different ways of looking at things, and you're taking all of that area more seriously. You could be integrating a new understanding of a subject in academia, or some other sort of system of thinking or communicating, and could be maybe something in the field of spirituality as well, philosophy, etc. And you will be gradually chipping out a new sort of shape for yourself. And also, if you are the one that's putting the information out, of course we're always learning, even though we are putting the information out, you've got to be doggedly plodding and consistent and patient, before you start to see a result. But result you will see very gradually over this time. And you Pisceans born the 27th of February and the 3rd of March, or with 9 to 13 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most. Uranus is bringing change and uncertainty into the area of finances every now and again, particularly when it's close to an important point in your chart. So you just got to roll with it and adapt to varying changes of circumstances related to property, a space, a venue, the piggy bank, and be mindful that Uranus likes change and likes renewal and likes reinvention and likes the unconventional. So if you can bring some of that into your area of basic material resources and security, and things are more interesting and fresh and new in that area there, where you're working, maybe bringing in something which is you are bringing in something into your way of doing the can't do this. The Uranus transit could be bringing uncertainty at times into your area of finances or property or venues. Every now and again there could be chopping and changing going on, and you just got to roll with the change and the varying circumstances. Just try to stay open-minded, but you might have to think in a fresh new way about incomings, outgoings, a property, or a sort of financial setup, a property, and possessions as well. Anything related to your material security or physical well-being, actually, and that could be related to somebody else's physical well-being. So Uranus likes to be very inventive. So and likes to keep it fresh and new. So some people I've even known some people to take a pay cut, or in fact to leave a very successful job to do something which they find more satisfying, and more stimulating. So that's the kind of aspect there with Uranus. And you Pisceans born between 24th and 28th of February, or with 6 to 10 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most this month. During this long transit, Neptune is in your sign and will be there well on into 2020s, and it will just enhance very much your Piscean tendencies, and you could very much end up being the prop for support for others to lean on, but also you yourself in your turn may find somebody that props you up and upon whom you can lean. So there's a lot of sort of leaning going on. But no, seriously, you're very good at bridging or facilitating others and being quite selfless in that regard. So Neptune here will have you coming even more from that compassionate part of your heart. But also you do need to separate the needy from the greedy, and you do definitely, most definitely, need to know where to draw the line in the sand and to be looking after yourself, because hey, if you don't do it, who will? You are responsible for your own life, and you are responsible as the custodian or the guardian of your slice of God. I mean, you're an embodiment of that. So you also have that responsibility too. Sorry to heap more on your shoulders, but there you go. And just be aware that the Neptunian effect can mean that sometimes that you haven't thought something through clearly enough about what's fair, what's just, what's honest, and also about doing justice to your own path in life, your own identity. And also putting others on a pedestal, really, which probably wouldn't be a good idea, because it's ever so uncomfortable, sort of teetering on a pedestal. So think about how they're experiencing it. And there's lots of other things I could say about that Neptunian transit, but you'll hear it elsewhere or you'll read it elsewhere. And you Pisceans born 20th to 23rd of February, or with 2 to 5 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most this month. The life-changing force of Pluto in Capricorn is in a good angle to your sun sign, slowly regenerating you through friendships, and your personal, professional, social circle. There's a subtle gear shift going on here, old doors closing with friendships or certain people that you've hung out with in the past. You just kind of grow out of them, really. So that old order is coming to a close, and there are other things happening and new doors opening as well. And also, because this area is about working with groups or tapping into a collective or influencing a collective, do not underestimate the power of Pluto in this area here to influence a large number of people in some way. So just just be kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, conscientious and responsible about that. And you Pisceans born between the 27th of February and the 2nd of March, or with 9 to 12 degrees rising, going to feel this energy the most this month. And that's it for March. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, listen to those. That can help. And also, if you've emailed me, many apologies if you're still waiting for a reply. I've had a lot on my plate and a lot of requests and a lot of emails coming in, and I've been also working in other areas. So you will get an answer. I will get around to it. I really appreciate your interest, and ask you to be patient just a little bit longer, and I will get back to you. And that's all from me for now. I'll see you the next time.